Hello there everyone, welcome back to the History of Diving Museum. My name is Emily and today we are back inside of our military diving exhibit. And the reason for that is this upcoming Saturday is Armed Forces Day, and in a couple weeks we also have Memorial Day coming up. And what better time to recognize how diving has influenced our different military branches. Also, there is a wonderful program that we are very honored to be part of called Blue Star Museums. And beginning Armed Forces Day through Labor Day, active duty military members and up to 5 of their immediate family members get into select museums and attractions for free. And History of Diving Museum is one of those. So we thought we would highlight some of our military components that we have here on exhibit, in addition to the video that I had already made on the Mark V and touching on some of the Navy diving aspects. So the military has a long history within the development of diving and the equipment involved with it. All 5 branches, including the Coast Guard, do utilize diving in some form or manner. Most people are familiar with the Navy as the primary diving-oriented military branch. And the main reason for that is because it has the most teams and units involved with diving. Most people know the Navy SEALs, who perform their special ops and go into the scary places not many people want to go. You also have mobile diving and salvage teams that help clear the way and make sure that harbors and waterways are safe for ships to come in. The Navy also has an explosive ordnance disposal team. Their job is to dismantle and render safe explosives that may be underwater, on land, and make them safe to bring back up to the surface so they don't harm anyone or anything. And actually, our August Immerse Yourself speaker, Cynthia Bird, is going to be talking about her father, Sherman Bird, who was the first African American to be part of the EOD team, which is pretty exciting. So put that in the back of your mind for August when you're looking for some military history to get into. You also have teams that deal with low visibility water for clearing things in there. And then also you have construction teams. They were called Seabees. And they were the ones that actually build and work on and make sure that structures that are underwater are safe to continue utilizing. You also have the Army, which uses their special forces, and they are trained as combat divers so they can handle extreme situations underwater. You also have engineers, the Army Corps of Engineers, that helps build structures, throughout the country and world to make things safe for everyone to utilize. The Air Force utilizes diving with their pararescue. All of their pararescue people are trained to be submerged underwater and carry out personnel rescue as well. You've got the Marine Corps that also deals with special ops and doing the super secret missions that can be a little scary sometimes. And then the Coast Guard plays a role as well, utilizing for rescue teams. And then they also help out with meteorological services as well, tending to buoys that are used by NOAA and other agencies to help provide information and research. So all of the branches have a lot of different, stories to tell. We have a really neat touch screen here at the museum that you can dive into each of these branches of the military further and actually learn about some of the people that were involved with developing techniques and methods that the military used as well. One of the neat artifacts that we have here on display is Donna Tobias's glove. And I will zoom in on that for you guys so you can check that out. But Donna Tobias was actually the first Navy deep sea female diver in the mid-1970s. And she went on to do work in hyperbaric medicine and really was a pivotal figure within the Navy diving world. And you'll notice her glove is small, and they had to make those custom made for her because her hands were so much smaller than some of the men she worked with. So that is what is actually unique about this artifact that we have here on display. Pretty neat stuff. But the military and diving isn't just in the branches. Diving has also been used to help salvage and recover things in time of war. As you can see, our military branches all have an important part in the protection of our country and humanity when it incorporates diving. Now, diving is also important because of the technologies and methods that are utilized with salvaging of sunken ships and submarines. An important example from that is how divers were a key figure in the salvage and repair operations after the attack on Pearl Harbor. All in all, only 3 ships were unable to be refloated, repaired, and sent back to be used for service within a 7-month period. That's really impressive. And not only that, but both military and civilian divers logged over 20,000 hours underwater working in hazardous conditions. As you can see from this image behind me, the divers that were working within Pearl Harbor had to deal with oily water that was from the ships leaking their fuel, and that would cause blackout conditions. Some of the teams actually were able to memorize blueprints of the ships, and that helped in saving sailors that were trapped inside some of the sunken ships, and with the repairs that would then lead to the ships being refloated. This is a key moment within our military's history and how diving really had an important part of it, especially with saving lives. I hope you enjoyed today's video. We look forward to actually getting to hear everyone's stories once we open up again about their military experiences and getting to enjoy our permanent military diving exhibit as well. If you're interested in learning more about military history and what it is like to dive for fun on a repurposed military ship, next week we'll be having our Immerse Yourself presentation with retired Navy Captain Jim Wyatt, who served on the famous Spiegel Grove and now is an instructor with Rainbow Reef Dive Center and takes people diving on it. So he'll be talking about his experiences working on the ship and now diving on it. We look forward to talking to you all soon and hopefully seeing you. If you are interested in signing up for the Immerse Yourself presentation, leave us a comment or send us a message and we will get in touch with you. Until then, stay safe out there and we will see you next time.